Okay, hello, my Vixies. It has been quite a minute since I have done a vision video, but someone, I think like a week ago, or maybe at this point 2 weeks ago, asked me if I could do a reaction to or album listening to the most recent album for them, and I I kept queuing it up. It just took me forever to finally like officially like okay, I need to actually do it because like it's been like 2 weeks since I said I was gonna do it. But yeah, so obviously three of the songs are not gonna be in this listening because I already have heard those songs before, like because they were dropped I think as singles before this album even was released. So I think that it's I think Tapi Tapi Po is one of them. I think it was Dapat Angko Lang, something along the lines of that. That one is also not gonna be on this listening, and then there's one more I believe that again I had heard as well, and I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, so yeah, it's been a minute since I listened to anything, obviously. Um, I'm not gonna understand the lyrics, and there's also not any translations for them, except for maybe just this one, the Pelikula. Um, this song, so I have that one also queued up for like just the translations of the lyrics to kind of get the general sense of the vibes, but the rest of it, I'm definitely gonna be just, going in blindly and just going off of based of feeling of what I think it's giving. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start, y'all. Oh, and I do know that they're gonna drop an MV for this specific song soon because I did see the teasers when I was queuing this up again. But yeah, it's already giving like retro, like VHS, like homemade, like film or movie. Ooh, okay. Oh! Come on, romance. This is cute though. Patrick! Oh, not him being a Nestio. This is cute though, I like this. Hey. It's giving like, in a way, like 2000s, kind of like rom-com. But I guess it's like why it's called Pelikula, because I'm pretty sure that means movie as well in Tagalog as it does in Spanish. Like, it means movie, so it's basically like a rom-com movie or us experiencing like their love story, or explaining or comparing their relationships to a movie. So cute. Everyone looks good.
Please don't want me to. Pwede ba na habang buhay ka kasama? Hindi pagpapalit sa iba. Pwede huwag ka na maghanap ng iba. Kapag dito ka sa piling ko ay safe ka. Isang pelikula, simula nung una.
It's not like something about like safe zone or I'll make you feel safe. Ah! This is really cute. Oh, yep, romantic. There you go. like that. It was giving, again, very much like rom-com, very much like R&B-esque vibes. So, and then it was definitely like a good song about just, falling in love, or like, comparing your love life to a movie and wanting to, and then like there are cute moments, obviously, which most of it was of this movie. Well, pretty much all of it was all cute moments of like them being on different like dates and different like places. So I think it was really cute, and them being really like skinshipy, really affectionate, very like playful. And I'm just like, oh, so cute, literally so cute. But yeah, I think the next thing should be the like a translation video that I found. So the Rika's already taken by home. Oh. Okay, so it's like a hopeless romantic. Oh, I just love a good like love song though. So so basically the meet cute of a like the movie, you know what I'm. Mm-hmm. Gusto ko lang na mapasakin ka. Para bang isang pelikula, kwento natin ay isang romantika. Tama nga ang mga hinala na napaibig mo ko nang bigla. Oh, ikaw lang, walang iba. Ikaw lang, wala nang ibang hanapin pa. Oh, ikaw lang, walang iba. Ikaw lang, wala nang ibang hanapin pa. Mukha mo'y umiilaw, napapikit ako. Agad siya kung totoo ba to? Panaginip na naman, kasi naman napakaganda mong tignan. Pag ikaw ay napakaganda. Oh, I love that. They're like describing her as a like a dream, like her visuals or something like that. Like, ooh. Also talking about like a fairy tale. Yep, there you go. Please don't want me to. Pwede ba na bang buhay ka kasama? Hindi pagpapalit sa iba. Pwede huwag ka na maghanap ng iba. Kapag dito ka sa piling ko ay safe ka. Oh yeah, okay. That's what I thought I was saying. Tayong dalawang bida. Gusto ko lang na mapasakin ka. Para bang isang pelikula, kwento natin ay isang romantika. Tama nga ang mga hinala na napaibig mo ko na bigla. Oh, ikaw lang, walang iba. Ikaw lang, wala nang ibang hanapin pa. Oh, ikaw lang, walang iba. Ikaw lang, wala nang ibang hanapin pa. Yeah, wala nang ibang hanapin pa. Aww. They're like, oh, I love that, how they ended it off like that. Basically saying like, oh, it's gonna be like a great like love story that we're gonna, end up growing old together. That's what you can assume from it. But I love like, again, I love a good like R&B-esque vibe of a song. Also, I love a good love song, because I don't know, it's just the romantic feelings of it and like the message of it. And I'm trying to remember, like, I feel like for the like most part with their music, I feel like a good chunk of it was very like hardcore, and that like it was a strong concept from what I remember, like, because it's been a minute for sure. I think the other one that I remember was Sandal, that was the first one I think I ever watched for them, and that one was a bit, it was chill, like the vibe of the song, but it was a little bit sensual with the vibe of like the choreo, and I was just like, oh, I love that. I love a good like R&B esque vibe of a song. Also, I love a good like R&B esque vibe of a song. Also, I love a good like R&B esque vibe of a song. And that one was a bit, it was chill, like the vibe of like the choreo, and I was just like, what are y'all trying to do here, right? So this is like definitely I love a good like a love story, so I was like, ooh, like I really already I liked it from the instant the instant moment I heard the saw the visual, like heard the little snippet of it from the visualizer, and then again the whole how they captured the concept of everyone like being in their respective like partners like relationship, and like just like again making like a home like film of it where it's whoever is like doing the third party that's like recording the moments between each couple is really, it's like really cute. It's like basically like, oh, something to remember whenever like if we're already like married in the future, and like look back and be like, oh, like yeah, we have like moments from like the dates we used to go on, and then like the beginning of the song it being like a whole like kind of like a voice recording or like a phone call or something like that between one of the like whoever it I don't know if it said at the beginning whose voice it was. No, it doesn't. It just says, I think it's just all of them maybe. But yeah, basically like them saying like, oh, like I guess the beginnings of like the legit beginnings of the relationship between the two of like, oh, like wait a minute, like who am I, like I'm your like who like who's taking again, like, and they're like, oh, it's like the girl saying like by like you, or like, so it's like that is the beginning, and then it like, leads into the song. But oh, I really liked it. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next song on this album.
Alam mo ba na di ako makausad?
Okay.
Di ko pa rin pala tanggap na bigla kang nawala. Alam mo ba na namimiss pa rin kita talaga? Alam mo ba? Simula nung iniwang mag-isa, sinubukang di isipin ka. Ginawa ko naman lahat-lahat, ang makalimot ay hindi pa rin sapat. Kahit isang gabi lang, bakit di natin uli subukan? Ako na bahala bumitaw sa pangarap kong ako ikaw. Di ko pa rin pala matanggap, gagawin pa rin ang lahat. Alam ko naman ako'y nagkulang, daming pagkakataon na nasayang. Sana mas pinakinggan kita, sana mas ginalingan ko pa. Baka sakaling di mo ko sukuan, baka sakaling di mo nakaiwan. Kahit iniwan mo bukas pa rin pinto, hanggang ngayon naghihintay pa rin ako. Lumapit lang at hahabol pa rin sa'yo, baka sakaling mabalik dating tayo. Alam mo ba na di ako makausad? Di ko pa rin pala tanggap na bigla kang nawala. Alam mo ba na namimiss pa rin kita talaga? Alam mo ba? Alam mo ba? Mahal pa rin kita. Alam mo ba?
Again, very much another chill song.
Alam mo ba? Gustong gusto na kitang balikan.
But I think the Ako Dapat Lang, that song was a little bit more chill too. Hey.
Babalik pa din ako kahit pasaktan mo ulit. Ang dami dahilan na ikaw layuan. Bakit ba parang hirap lang simulan? Paano ka ba titigilan? Di ko mapigilan. Hirap makalimot, pwede ba na magbalikan? Gets ko naman kung bakit ka ganyan. Kahit minsan ako ay nasasaktan. Nahihirapan makalimutan kahit na makipaglandian pa sa iba. Ibang iba ka, ibipilit kong ikaw at wala nang iba. Kahit sino pa bumigil, bali wala. Rekta ako sa'yo para sabihing mahal pa kita. Kahit iniwan mo bukas pa rin pinto, hanggang ngayon naghihintay pa rin ako. Lumapit lang at hahabol pa rin sa'yo, baka sakaling mabalik dating tayo.
I wonder if the whole theme of this album is just like love or not. Cause I know it's called like Pasakalye, like that. Like P-A-S-A. Okay, something like that.
Mahal pa rin kita. Alam mo ba? Namimiss kita. Alam mo ba? Gustong gusto na kitang balikan. Alam mo ba? Mahal pa rin kita. Alam mo ba? Namimiss kita. Alam mo ba? Gustong gusto na kitang balikan. Alam mo ba?
Ooh, come on, little vocalization riffs there at the end. Okay, so far I am really liking the vibe. This is only the second song on this one, but I'm liking how like chill, but like also very upbeat, and like I said, I wonder if the whole theme of this album is about like centered around love or not. Because I think it's in Pelikula, like the main title track for this album, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, like, this is why I would want to see if they. I wish they had like lyrics, or someone made like a lyric video, because I checked, and I think the other one was like Pelikula, and then the rest of them, like, it says that it has English, but it's only in Tagalog. So I'm like, that's one thing about being like an international fan. Like, if you don't understand like the lyrics, you can't get the full grasp of like what they're saying, but you can like at least enjoy the song and like the vibe of it, right? Oh. Oh, okay, it's a little bit like R&B-ish.
Kung alam lang ng lahat, mga halik, mga yakap, kung anong kinabigat na maitago sa lahat.
I thought this was like a typing thing, and the other one was just like lyrics getting thrown on the screen.
Makasama ka lang kahit tinatago ako.
A little bit of auto-tune there.
Sagot mo sa'kin nung ako'y nagtatanong, ano ba to, meron bang tayo masaya lang, sabi mo. Hindi ko maintindihan mga biglang paramdam mo. Isang araw gusto sa'kin, ngayong araw ayaw mo. Sinabi mo pa sa lahat na walang tayo.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of Shit Sobrang, like a little bit. Like it's just the vibe of it.
Tago-taguan, maliwanag ang buwan. Sabi mo na dapat tayo lang ang may alam. Tago-taguan, maliwanag ang buwan. Ayaw mo lang nilang malaman. Huwag mo sanang kayang nararamdaman. Lagi mong tinatanggi mga pinagsamahan. Huwag mo sanang kayang nararamdaman. Di mo magawa na sana tayo'y mapaglaban. Okay lang sana na ako'y i-deny, pero bakit ka ba lagi nagre-reply? Sinabi sa iba na di nagparamdam. Sobrang dami kong resibo na ako lang may alam. Maging masaya naman sa feeling mo kahit kinakaya mo ko. Salamat sa lahat ng pinaramdam mo. Salamat din sa sugat na iniwan mo. Sinabi mo pa sa lahat na walang tayo. Kahit di naman
I like the little like music box like beat that they use in the melody of it.
Tago-taguan, maliwanag ang buwan. Sabi mo na dapat tayo lang ang may alam. Tago-taguan, maliwanag ang buwan. Ayaw mo lang nilang malaman. Huwag mo sanang kayang nararamdaman. Lagi mong tinatanggi mga pinagsamahan. Huwag mo sanang kayang nararamdaman. Di mo magawa na sana tayo'y mapaglaban. Pwede ba na pag-usapan tunay kong naramdaman? Pilit tinatago mga emosyon lalo pag nasasaktan. Kahit paulit-ulit di mapakinggan ka ay paglalaban. Sagad sa dulo kahit na malabo para lang di mo ulit ako iwan. Taguan, maliwanag ang buwan. Sabi mo na dapat tayo lang ang may alam. Tago-taguan, maliwanag ang buwan. Ayaw mo lang nilang malaman. Huwag mo sanang kaya ang nararamdaman. Lagi mong tinatanggi mga pinagsamahan. Huwag mo sanang kaya ang nararamdaman. Di mo magawa na sana tayo'y mapaglaban.
Ooh, okay, that was another good song. Again, like I said, I love a good R&B-esque vibe, so... Ooh. Okay, this sounds a little bit more... gonna go hard. Or intense. Yeah, you can tell already. Oh, okay, this is something like I would definitely say reminds me of like their earlier stuff.
Pero sa mensahe sabi ko na nga ba, lagi na lang ba ako namamaling akala? Di mo ba naisip na ikaw ay halata na? Di inakala, biro mo kayo palisutil at buhaya. Pwes, wala namang mahirap sa pag-intindi. Lahat na pinaghirapan na walang silbi, leche. Walang iyang nakinabang, inosente daw yan si Tim. Wapang at lumabang, yun pala ako ang dahilan. Huwag mag-alala, makikilala rin nila. Sino bang tunay na may sala siya? At siya ang sumasayaw. Lahat may sasabihin ako.
Not the script for dead.
Mahiyanan kayo. Bato-bato galing langit, nang tamaan magalit, bumunyag din ng mga baho mo. Sikretong malupit, lahat ay makinig. Sikretong malupit, lahat manginginig. Sikretong malupit, lahat nagigising. Sikretong malupit, malupit, malupit na malupit. Alamat nagahaman, huli-huli na nagmamaang-maangan pa. Puro na lang kasinungalingan, kahit natanungin makapal na mukha. Pero bakit ba ganon? Di naman ako
Is it everyone rapping here? Because
talaga naiinis, huwag ka na magbalinis. Pag ako nagsalita, hindi mo to matitiis sa bilis. Mga balahurang pek, kala talaga sila.
I think I only like obviously see the team as like one of the rappers, but I always think of him. I think maybe Sam. So I'm like, if everyone's rapping, I'm like, wow.
Lahat may sasabihin ako. Walang galang mahiyanan kayo. Bato-bato galing langit, nang tamaan magalit, bumunyag din ng mga baho mo. Sikretong malupit, lahat ay makinig. Sikretong malupit, lahat nanginginig. Sikretong malupit, lahat nagigising. Sikretong malupit, malupit, malupit na malupit.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay, little ending bit there. I'm assuming like a dance break would go at the end of that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely something I would say reminds me of like their sound when I first getting into them. Ooh. Come on, guitar.
Naaalala mo ba una nating kita? Ang saya natin
This seems like it's very much like another love song or
magkausap magdamag walang
I'll look at the visuals in the background.
Makatulog ako sa iyong kama. Mas masaya ako kapag nakikita kita. Wala lang may alam pero pangarap na kita. Maglambing at maglasing na tayong dalawa. Pangako sa'yo na ikaw lang at walang iba. Pwede bang huwag ka nang makipag-usap sa iba? Pwede bang sa'kin ka na lang, di ako tulad ng iba? Basta sa'kin ka lang baby, di naman minamadali. Kahit di ka pa ready, dito lang sa iyong tabi. Piliin mo ako, piliin mo ako. Basta sa'kin ka lang baby, di naman minamadali. Kahit di ka pa ready, dito lang sa iyong tabi. Piliin mo ako, piliin mo ako. Sa isipan ko'y wala nang iba, hanggang panaginip ka lang talaga. Parang hindi ko na kaya na magtiis pa, sabihing mahal na kita. Ang gusto ko lang sabihin sa'yo, wala nang ang iba. Pupunahan kita kahit saan ka man, basta makapiling ka. Pangako sa iyo, ting hindi maglolo ko. Kahit pagtulakan mo, babalik pa rin sa'yo. Pwede bang huwag ka nang makipag-usap sa iba? Pwede bang sa'kin ka na lang, di ako tulad ng iba? Basta sa'kin ka lang baby, di naman minamadali. Kahit di ka pa ready, dito lang sa iyong tabi. Piliin mo ako, piliin mo ako. Basta sa'kin ka lang baby,
A little bit
di
more like
naman minamadali.
bittersweet.
Kahit di ka pa ready, dito lang sa iyong tabi. Piliin mo ako, piliin mo ako. Kahit ka pa maging ready, basta dito lang ako. Babakuran na kita baby, sana okay lang sa'yo. Kahit gaano katagal yan, di ka pa kakawalan. Pangakong alagaan at hindi ka sasaktan. Ibibigay sa'yo lahat ng gusto mo. Kahit ano pa man yan, ako na ang bahala sa'yo. Tanong ko lang na sana masagot mo. Nakikita mo bang may pag-asa tayo? Basta sa'kin ka baby, yeah. Kahit di ka pa ready, dito lang sa iyong tabi. Piliin mo ako, piliin mo ako. Basta sa'kin ka lang baby, di naman minamadali. Kahit di ka pa ready, dito lang sa iyong tabi. Piliin mo ako, piliin mo ako.
again, oh, was that it? That was it? Wow. So yeah, I will say I feel like the one before this one would have went really well with Tabi Tabi Po. So like I think they showed a good diverse amount of like different styles of music in this album. If we're gonna include, like I said, the three that I already have heard, but I kind of want to look up the titles of everything to see like what they mean, like what is it about, because it'll help like interpret the song for sure. But I think, yeah, for the most part, this is the only one that was like really like more intense than the rest of them. The other ones were like more soothing, more R&B-esque, more like vibey in terms of that it was more chill. And this one was like very much, again, reminds me of like whenever, kind of like the more intense songs that they used, like that they had whenever I was, or the beginnings of them whenever I was first getting into them as a group, right? But okay, Pelikula we don't even need to like do, because obviously like I already know what that means. Yeah, it should be this one. La MOBA. I think so far I like Pelikula, and I think I do like the last one more, like a lot, in terms of like the vibe of it. Okay, so to the phrase "I miss you." Okay, that makes sense. This, like I said, it did sound like a little bit like, yeah, I would say that makes sense. Okay, so that one means I miss you. This one, I think, tayo lang. Hide and seek, just us. Also, highlighting no labels set up where the partner is being hidden for the public. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I'm guessing it's supposed to be... Okay, song expresses confusion over partner's mixed signal. Ooh. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like the meaning of that song. Like, I don't know if it means in terms of, like, I guess for them and their perspective, they're the ones being in the secret hidden relationship. So the other one's like, I missed you. This one is like, means hide and seek. With just us. So what I'm getting at already just from these three titles is that obviously Pelikula is like the title track where it's like saying like, oh, like it's painting a picture of like romance being like people having like stereotypes or having generalizations or like having expectations of what what romance should be and what a love life should be like. And I feel like that's one way to look at it, but again, not everything is like a movie. It's not a fairy tale. So from the other two songs being like I miss you and this one being like, again, hide and seek, just us, basically showing you so far the ups and downs of either before getting into a relationship or in the middle of the relationship is what it's giving already. But let me look at what, so then that makes sense why this one is a little bit more intense, because if you're not gonna be happy if you are in a hidden relationship with anyone, or like being in a situationship where you have no labels. No one likes that. So I'm assuming maybe that's what this one has to do with. Okay, song characterized by intense, edgy, and monster energy. Okay, secret, malupi means cruel, intense, or intense secret. Revelations of hidden truth, betrayal, and unmasking deceit. Yeah, so it's giving very much like, oh, the previous song was again about like hidden relationships or not having a title in the relationship, and this is like, again, the frustration being built up on that and kind of being over it and kind of being like, I need to get my anger out somehow, like I'm over it, like I don't want to be be led along by you, is what it's giving. So it makes sense with why this one's so intense for sure. Moving on to the one after this. So this is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. So maybe this is like them being like, oh, because the other was like I miss you. The other one was secret relationship thing. The other one was like unmasking secret relationships or something like that. This one, walang iba. Walang iba. Meaning no one else. Okay, serving as a romantic vow of exclusive loyalty and devotion to one person. Yikes, not kind of going full circle after that last one. The song has a desire to focus solely on their partner, avoiding others, and promising to never break the bond. So yeah, it's very much giving like the different types of relationships. There are different types of issues in a relationship, or when you get into when you experience love for like however many times you have. But now I'm thinking about like Tabi Tabi Po, and Tabi Tabi Po being mixed in with this, as well as I think Shit Sobrang is also in this album if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, relationships can be spicy, so that would make sense with that one, with that song being in here. But yeah, so there's definitely the album is giving that it's talking about how relationships can appear, or like when you're in the honeymoon phase for sure, can appear like the best thing, and like that nothing's gonna go wrong, that like you're gonna assume that everything's gonna go perfect and it's gonna be perfect, and like meeting the person is like everything has gone perfect so far basically, and setting up those illusions of what love can be like, especially like in the form of like a movie. Because again, sometimes I feel like more so nowadays, not really, but for the most part when you think of a rom-com or a romance movie, you think, oh, there's like certain aspects to it that you're already like, oh, like this is gonna happen, or like there's always like a meet cute, which that's what usually starts off the movie, or either that or like there's already somewhat of a relationship between the two characters, and then for the most part you think, oh, it's gonna go like perfectly, like, but again, like I said, not real life is not like a movie. So obviously with a relationship, or like I said, falling in love with someone, there are gonna be ups and downs that you're not gonna be happy with, or like not gonna, again, not everything's gonna go smoothly, but it is dependent on like how much you care about the person, how much you really love the person, if you keep pushing through the issues and working it out. Or like I said, in one of the songs being like, oh, like there is no established like label to it, so y'all are just kind of in a situationship where one of them is probably wanting more and wanting that label, and the other one is like, I don't want to define this relationship, but I want to be with you, but it might not be exclusively. So that's like yikes. And then from it going there to the next song, which is like, again, what I'm assuming is like them being, again, frustrated, annoyed about it being a secret relationship, or like being kept in the dark and not being like given the like a place with respect, if that makes sense, in that person's life as you being like their partner, and them introducing you to whoever they need to introduce you to as said partner, you know? But okay, like I said, I really like this song, like, and Pelikula. I think these two are my favorites. Obviously, like I said, I have heard Tabi Tabi Po. I have heard Shit Sobrang in it. I have heard again, the Ako Dapat Lang. Was that what? Is that what it was? Dapat Lang Ako Lang. I have heard that one before. So I have heard those three. That's why they were not included in here. But I'm assuming, like, I know the I'm gonna keep the Tapat Lang Ako Lang was definitely also a love song, but I think it was more like a cutie patootie song, if I remember correctly, because I think I remember the visuals of it, of them like, I think in a cafe or something, or like shrink down to size. If I can't, because it's been a minute since I've watched that. That was, I think that was the last active MV that I reacted to for them. Maybe, I think I'm 100, or MV or the lyric video, I think, or something like that. But now seeing like translating all of these titles, and now, like, from what I remember from those other three songs, I'm like, okay, everything kind of ties in, where, like, again, it's talking about, like, the differences in a relationship, or different types of relationships, and also, like, the issues and problems that come with being in it. And that, again, not everything is going to be like a movie, not everything's going to be perfect, but you got to make the most of it if you really do care about that person, is what it's giving. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I am excited to see what the MV ends up looking like for Pelikula, if they're going to make it another extension of the visualizer, or is it gonna be like the same thing, or is it gonna be like different? Like, what are they gonna end up doing? Like, is there gonna be like a dance or like choreo? I think I did see that one of these songs also has choreo, if I'm not mistaken, or they made choreo. So I don't know, I might watch that later on. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.